at the top of the first for Southern Union. Left fielder number 10, Landon Bader.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Chakalaka. It is time for day number 3 of the ACCC South District 1 Baseball Championship. 2 teams have already exited. And today, 2 teams will exit once more, but not one of these 2 teams. These 2 teams are unbeaten, 1-0 in tournament play, and they're going to play another game regardless. Of course, both came here hoping that they would play a single game today and not multiple games. If you're playing multiple games, you've lost one. Southern Union and Shelton State. It is the Bison and the Buccaneers. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. Landon Bader starting it off for the Bison. Ace Williamson is the 2-hitter. Jaden Anderson hitting 3rd. Andrew Walton 4th. Pat McGlon, the 5-hitter. Braden Devine hitting 6th. Max Puckett hits 7th. Cannon Miller is the 8th guy. And Tanner Taylor, he will bat tonight. Hit by the pitch is Bader. And the Bison with a base runner on quickly. Ace Williamson to the plate. Caleb Pittman starting on the hill for the Buccaneers. Behind the plate is Whit Winfield. At first, Wesley Helms. Second baseman, Paxton Ponder. Shortstop, Nick Wilson. At third, Kyle Morrison. Left field, Mason Steele. Center field, Pierce Dutton. And the right fielder is Jordan Evans. Sent foul by Williamson. Gorgeous day here in Oxford, Alabama. Woke up to 52 degrees. And temperature is expected to rise into the mid-70s. 0-2 pitch to Williamson. Jaron Anderson on deck. Got a piece of it and stays alive. Currently 66. Winds out of the north at 5, gusting to 10. And there is absolutely no mention of precipitation. We'll worry about that in a couple of days. A little bit outside with a pitch to Williamson. What's happened already? Northwest Shoals losing to Southern Union on Thursday, 4-3. Shelton State beat Nunez 11-1 and 5. There is a base hit in left field.
Williamson on the hit.
So we've had a hitty and a hitter. A couple of base runners on.
Anderson.
Jaron Anderson coming to the plate. Andrew Walton to the on-deck circle. Delgado, 9-1 winner over Wallace Hansville on Thursday in 8. Then yesterday, Coastal South beating Sneed State 11-9. It was Northwest Shoals bombing Nunez 15-3. And Wallace Hansville an 18-10 winner in 7 over Sneed State. So Nunez and Sneed State gone and 6 teams remain. On the outside part of the plate to Anderson. And your 6 still here. Southern Union, Shelton State, Delgado, Coastal South, Northwest Shoals, Wallace State. Outside with a pitch to Anderson. And by the end of a very busy baseball day today, we'll be down to 4. One ball, 2 strike count to Jaron Anderson. Little bit outside of the strike zone. Jaden Anderson with a .438 batting average, 20 home runs, 60 RBIs. Pretty impressive numbers. Co-player of the year. As that one is popped up and gets out of play. .60 RBIs has him as number 2 in the conference. .438 average, number 2 in the conference. 20 home runs, number 1 in the ACCC. Two-two pitch. Popped up in the direction of center field. Over to make the catch is Pierce Dutton. And there is out number 1.
Now you've got his first baseman, number 8, Andrew Walton.
Andrew Walton to the plate. Pat McGlon to the on-deck circle. Two aboard, 1 hit. Bader, Williamson got a hit. Pitch low and inside to Walton. First of 4 games today. Southern Union, Shelton State, Delgado, and Coastal South coming up. Got the loser of this one, taking on Wallace State. Loser of the next one, Delgado and Coastal South, taking on Northwest Shoals. Two-0 pitch to Walton. Caleb Pittman's delivery just a little bit inside. And that's got Whit Winfield going out to have a conversation with his pitcher. Just trying to calm him down. Get him into his groove. A groove that during the course of the season made him 7-2 with 2 complete games. 56 and a third innings of work. 57 hits given up, 40 runs, 32 earned. 16 walks, 58 strikeouts. 3 home runs allowed, a .511 ERA. Down the middle with a pitch. 3-1 on Walton. Walton, a .287 hitter on a .323 hitting Bison team. Walton trying to hold up on the swing, but could not. Count goes full, 3-2. That's on the outside part of the plate. Much to the chagrin of one Andrew Walton. Well, Walton thinking it was low and away. Blue says it's where it needs to be out number 2. And there are 2 gone for Pat McGlon. Into the zone, it's 0-2. Braden Devine to the on-deck circle. 0-2 offering. McGlon swings and misses. Well, all it took was a visit from catcher Whit Winfield. Caleb Pittman recovers, and we've got a scoreless top of the first.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Southern Union, Caleb Phones. Leading off the bottom of the first, number 2, right fielder, Jordan Evans.
First pitch, bottom of the first. Jordan Evans starting it off for the Buccaneers. Wesley Helms, the 2-hitter. Kyle Morrison hits third. 4-hitter Nick Wilson. Pierce Dutton in the 5 spot. Christian Pritchett will hit 6th. Mason Steele 7th. Paxton Ponder is the 8th guy. And Whit Winfield batting 9th. Caleb Phones on the hill for Southern Union. As the pitch is just a wee bit outside. Count goes to 1 ball and a couple of strikes. Leadoff hitter. Bottom part of inning number 1. After a couple of base runners get on. And both are stranded in the top part of the inning. Cannon Miller behind the plate as that one is wrapped towards second. Gobbled up by Ponder. Check that. By Taylor, and Taylor will go to first and get Evans on the 4-3. And there is one away. Cannon Miller behind the plate at first. Andrew Walton. Tanner Taylor is the second baseman at short. Braden Devine, the third baseman, Pat McGlon. Outfield of Landon Bader in left. Center fielder Ace Williamson. Jaden Anderson is in right. That's line right at the second baseman, Tanner Taylor. And there's 2 gone, 2 plays for Taylor. And 2 Buccaneer outs with Kyle Morrison to the plate. Softball today in Alabaster. Handful of D1 games, a few more D2s, and they will get underway in about 45 minutes at 11 o'clock this morning. Kyle Morrison, 2 gone, nobody aboard. And another chance for Taylor at second. All 3 plays and all 3 outs. Handled by Tanner Taylor. And it's 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the first.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Letting up top of the second for the Bison, number 3, shortstop, Brenton Divine.
Top of the second, Braden Devine, Max Puckett, Cannon Miller, 2 up in the inning. It is hit to short. Wilson over to first, 1 pitch in and 1 away.
Designated hitter, number 25, Max Puckett.
Max Puckett next. Well, with this collaboration of regions, 22 and 23, there is no district. Not true for D2 baseball. St. John's and Coastal Alabama North in D2 played last night. And St. John's winning the first of 3. So today a must win for Coastal North there in Palatka. But here with this combination, you've got no need for a district. The district is actually part of this ACCC South District tournament. So the winner will advance to Grand Junction, Colorado. 2, where D2 is concerned, it's not Colorado you're wanting to get to. It's Oklahoma. 4-3 put on, grabbed by Ponder. Gets Puckett on the 4-3. 2 gone for Cannon Miller. Tanner Taylor to the on-deck circle. But good luck to the Coyotes with another 9-inning battle against St. John's River. Got to win it today, so they're playing tomorrow. If they're not playing tomorrow, they're not playing in Enid. So a win today for the Coyotes would at least get them to that rubber match game, the decisive game 3. One ball, 1 strike to Miller. And as I mentioned, your destination, your goal, if you win here, is Colorado, Grand Junction, Sam Simplizio Field. Both spots, really nice places, both D1 and D2. But admittedly, D1 and Grand Junction, the crown jewel of JUCO athletics. Two offering to Miller. And a shot in the direction of center field. Backtracking. Pierce Dutton able to catch up with it and make the catch for out number 3. Looked like he might get burned. But no, kicks in the afterburners and Dutton tracks it down for out number 3. Don't forget to follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And we definitely want you subscribing to our YouTube channel. Watching on YouTube, there's a subscribe button nearby. If you're not, then go to YouTube and put JockJive Sports in the search engine. You'll find us, and if you'll subscribe, we will be delighted. Yesterday tickled, today delighted. Wilson, Dutton, and Pritchett in the bottom of the second. After a 1-2-3 top part of the inning. Divine ground to short, Puckett to second, and Miller with a fly out to center. Found out a play. I was talking about the JUCO sporting events and started pondering in my mind what I thought was, and this is just me, I'm sure there are other thoughts, as to your best junior college national events. And I got to go with number 1, Sam Simplesio Field Division I baseball, the World Series. The best junior college athletic event. But I'm going number 2 instead of the national championship in football with D2. Enid, Oklahoma. About 4,000 folks will often come out for the championship game, especially if you've got North Oklahoma mixed in. A great venue there, great athletic event. Strike 3, and out goes Wilson. I would put the football national championship as 3. And then maybe Hutch 4. I'm sure others would disagree. Hutch is an old-timer. Been around since, I think, the 50s, the D1 basketball going there. But my 1, 2, and 3 would be the 2 baseball events and the football. Pierce Dutton followed by Christian Pritchett. As this is popped up, and from his catcher's position, Cannon Miller will get out number 2.
Batter's designated hitter, number 7, Christian Pritchett.
Christian Pritchett coming to the plate. But Chakalaka is hosting Division I softball championships later this month in the NJCAA, and if they keep it here, well, then it starts moving up as one of the premier events. They've been moving that event around lately. It was, for a number of years, maybe better than a decade, in St. George, then went to Puma, Arizona, and I think this is the second year here. And what a great spot for D1 Junior College softball. And really, certainly far more centrally located than either a St. George, Utah or a Puma, Arizona. 3-0 pitch on the outside part of the plate, 3-1. Mason Steele on deck. A little bit outside, walk given. First Buccaneer base runner handed a walk by Phones.
Now batting left fielder, number 3, Mason Steele.
And that'll bring Mason Steele to the plate. Caleb Phones, 13 appearances, 11 starts this year, 5-3 with 4 complete games. 52 and a third innings of work, 45 hits given up, 32 runs, 22 earned, 22 walks, and 50 strikeouts. He did allow 5 home runs. 3.81 ERA. And to go along with great numbers, just a great name. I mean, those names that you can use for all kinds of stuff in sports, they're good ones. And Phones works good with sports. Base hit right field, Steele delivering into the corner. That has got Pritchett on his way to third. Couple of base runners on with 2 gone.
Paxton Ponder.
And Paxton Ponder coming to the plate. Southern Union threatened in the first. Did not score, left 2 on. Buccaneers threatening in the second. 2 gone for Paxton Ponder. Whit Winfield on deck. A little bit outside with a pitch to Ponder. Into the dirt, nice job of keeping it in front of him from Miller, which means Pritchett stays at third and Steele stays at first. Two balls, no strikes, and now 2-1. Brought into the strike zone. That will hop away from Miller. Here comes Pritchett from third, and the Buccaneers take the lead. So wild pitch bringing in the run. And Ponder now with a single base runner aboard in scoring position at second in the form of Mason Steele. Phones toss. He committed on the swing, and it is 3-2. 3 balls, couple of strikes. There's strike 3, and out will go Ponder. But a run's in, a runner left on. Buccaneers by 1 as we go to the 3rd.
Leading off the top of the 3rd for Southern Union, second baseman, number 7, Tanner Taylor.
Bottom of the order in the top of the 3rd. Tanner Taylor starting it off. Landon Bader. Ace Williamson due up in the inning 2. In the first inning, Taylor was the guy that was responsible for all of the Buccaneer outs. Evans ground into a 4-3. Helms lined out to Taylor, and then Morrison hit into the 4-3 as well. A busy first defensively for Taylor. And he heads to the plate to begin things in the top of the 3rd. And he's busy producing hits. Second Bison hit of the game.
That brings us back to the top of the
Taylor
line.
on with a single.
Number 10, left fielder Landon Bader.
Tying run aboard as Landon Bader comes to the plate. Ace Williamson to the on-deck circle. These teams played each other in the regular season about 2 months ago. As this one is lifted towards right field, going back, Evans up against the wall. Taylor on his way to 3rd and slipped, and that means that Bader is caught on a run down and tagged out. Painful slip for Taylor. Round of the bag, fell down, and that got Bader caught in no man's land.
Center fielder number 11, Ace Williamson.
What a big slip by Taylor. Let's see how costly that proves, as it appeared there were going to be runners at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. And what it turns into is 1 out with 1 runner in scoring position. That's a base hit into the corner by Williamson. Taylor will come in anyway. Sliding into 2nd is Williamson.
On the double, brings in Taylor. And brings up number 15.
Tie game at 1.
Jaden Anderson.
and the Coach of the Year, Bobby Sproul, coming out to chit-chat with Caleb Pittman. Had set down 6 in a row before the 3 consecutive base hits. And if you go back to the first inning, after Pittman had hit Bader and given up the single to Williamson, it was a conversation with his catcher that settled him in, and he retires 6 straight. Now you got 3 hits straight. And let's see if a coach's visit settles him in. Jaden Anderson popped out to center field his last plate appearance. The regular season meeting between these two happened on the 7th and 9th of March. And on the 7th, they played in Wadley. It was a split of the doubleheader. The 9th, they played in Tuscaloosa. And there was a Buccaneer sweep of the Twin Bill. So the Buccaneers taking 3 out of 4 in the regular season. Into the strike zone, 1-2. Those Wadley, Alabama scores. Shelton State beats the Bison 15-1. And then the Bison beat the Bucs 7-4. In Tuscaloosa, 9-6 and 14-9 were the Shelton State wins. Outside with a pitch to run the count even at 2. Two offering. Just a little bit outside with a pitch. Count runs full, 3-2. Anderson with a pop out to center field in the first. Andrew Walton is on deck. Bottom of the order when you get to the bottom of the third for the Buccaneers, Winfield, Evans, and Helms. Three-two pitch, just a little bit outside. Anderson given a walk.
Brings up better first baseman, number 8, Andrew
Anderson,
Walton.
35 regular season walks. Led the Bison in that department. On with Andrew Walton coming to the plate. Walton struck out in the first. Pat McClellan to the on-deck circle. One offering. Ground to Wilson at short. Goes to second for 1, on to first for 2. 6-4-3 goes the DP. One runner stranded, one runner in. It's a 1-1 game as we head to the bottom of the third. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross.
the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Winfield.
Bottom of the order, bottom of the third, with Winfield to start it. Jordan Evans and Wesley Helms due up in the inning two. Short punt, lays it down, back to Phones. Over to first, and Winfield's out number one.
Now we're back to the top of the lineup with number 2, Jordan Evans.
Jordan Evans ground into the 4-3. He was the first out of the first inning. Wesley Helms to the on-deck circle. Bucks with a run in the bottom of the second. Bison respond with a run in the top of the third. And we are tied up at 1. Little high with the pitch. Hadn't done it yet. We're 2 days in. I don't think we have taken shout-outs. We'll do that in the fourth. Had to kind of get settled in. Mama Nature, everything she brought kind of discombobulated things early. Jordan Evans, second Buccaneer base hit of the game. So go ahead and get those thinking caps on. Put your creative writing skills to work. And all fourth inning long, we'll take shout-outs. Find out where you're watching the game from. Wesley Helms lined out to Tanner Taylor in second in the first. Kyle Morrison on deck. I mentioned a little rain predicted for Monday. And that percentage of rain, the threat of rain, growing a little bit. And I don't think it's a whole lot better on Tuesday. And of course, now Monday is your championship and if game day, thanks to Mama Nature, who dumped a lot of rain on Oxford earlier in the week. Stolen base without a throw. Evans to second. Gets into scoring position to break apart the 1-1 tie. Hit the short. Divine to first. And Helms out number 2 with Evans taking third.
Rank batter's third baseman, number 17, Kyle Morrison.
2 gone for Kyle Morrison. Morrison ground into a 4-3 putout. He was the last out in the first inning. Trying to avoid becoming the last out in the third inning. Nearly got dinked on the elbow from the Phone's pitch. Nick Wilson on deck. McGlon, Devine, and Puckett. 5, 6, and 7 in the Southern Union order when you get to the fourth. Two balls, no strikes, 2 gone, and third is Evans. Morrison 0 for 1 in the game. Ground into a 4-3 in the first. On the year, a .450 hitter. 10 home runs, 44 RBIs. Pops this one up in the direction of center field. Ace Williamson right on the fence, but able to make the catch. Evans left on. 3 done. We go to the 4th in a 1-1 game.
The Alabama Baseball Coaches Association All-Star event has been a staple in amateur baseball in Alabama since 2000. Each June, 120 high school underclassmen join at Troy University to participate in this highly coveted event. Besides being evaluated on the field in a pro-style workout and in live games by 30 to 40 college coaches, the players and their parents attend informational sessions on the recruiting process and academic requirements. We look forward to seeing you this summer at our annual All-Star event.
Leading up the top of the 4th for Southern Union, third baseman, number 27, Pat McGlon.
Top of the 4th, Pat McGlon starts it. Braden Devine and Max Puckett due up in the inning 2. You now see the number attached to your scoreboard. It's how you can send a text shout out. Typically somebody calls. And I'd love to talk, but right now I'm trying to do a little baseball. So if you would text your shout-outs, all 4th inning long to 334-488-1385. 334-488-1385. What are we looking for? Well, who's it to? Who is it from? And what's the message? What's the shout-out? Couple of strikes on McGlon. And we'd like to know where you're watching from. You don't have to get real precise, street address is not necessary, just kind of a generality. McGlon strikes out. Or did he get a piece of it? Nope. He indeed fan. For out number 1. And you do it in the 4th, and we'll read them. You write them, I read them. Plus, hey, you got a little watch party going on? Snap a photo. Get us in it if you can. If you can't, hey, go ahead and send it. We'll get that on Facebook later. Got to send a caption, though, a description. Tell us about the picture. All to 334-488-1385. Braden Devine ground into the 6-3 in the 2nd. Couple of strikes on Devine early. Max Puckett on deck. Well, I'm looking the American flag in right field, and it ain't moving much. It is just a good-looking Saturday. Pitched a little bit high. Count runs to 1 and 2. Little gentle breeze blowing, different than a day ago. A Friday in which 9 balls left the park. Back-to-back Ks for Pittman. And there's 2 gone. Max Puckett to the plate. He ground into a 4-3. Was the second out in the 2nd inning. Cannon Miller to the on-deck circle. Wilson, Dutton, and Pritchett. when you get to the bottom of the fourth for Shelton State. Little inside with the pitch. Apparently got the finger of the umpire. Courtesy walk to the bump from Winfield just to make sure Blue's good to go. He is. Two-0 pitch to Puckett. 0 for 1 in the game, grounded to the 4-3 in the second. And of course on YouTube you can shout out anytime you like, by the way. We're just doing it in the fourth via your text and I read them. Puckett on with the wall.
Cannon, Miller.
Cannon Miller coming to the plate. Miller with a fly out to center field. It happened in the second inning. Tanner Taylor to the on-deck circle. That is sent out of play. Or maybe we'll get the flow of shout-outs. Started with this one, J.J. Brazil, watching from Auburn, Alabama. Go Nick Wilson, shortstop for the Bucks. And hey, hit all the right buttons. Who's it to? Who's it from? Where's it from? Yep, that's a Gold Star text. 334-488-1385. And if you didn't want to be first, well, now you're not. Thanks, JJ. Strikeout of Miller. One runner stranded, nobody scores. The bottom of the fourth and the second half of your shout-outs coming up.
The University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Letting off the bottom of the fourth for Shelton, number 6, shortstop, Nick Wilson.
Bottom of the fourth, Nick Wilson starts it. Pierce Dutton and Christian Pritchett 2 up in the inning 2 as Wilson will foul off the first pitch. Shout out to Elijah Smith and Wallace State. Wallace State playing a little bit later on today. Big win yesterday over Sneed State. In 7, 18-10. Strike delivered on the inside part of the plate. To the Bucks from Rawlings Sproul in Northport, Alabama, good luck. To my grandfather, Bobby Sproul, and my daddy, Trevor Sproul. Buck Nation forever, says the shout out. Thank you very much. Rawlings Sproul. And granddaddy was named Coach of the Year just prior to this. Actually named some time back, but got the plaque that recognizes such prior to this game. Over it goes to short. Devine scoops it up, whips it quickly to first. Hits Wilson. One shortstop got the other, 6-3.
Center fielder, number 1, Pierce.
One out, Pierce Dutton next. Dutton popped out behind the plate in the second. Christian Pritchett to the on-deck circle. Bottom of the order starts off the top of the 5th for Southern Union. First pitch called strike 1 to Dutton. Dutton hit .333, a home run, 33 RBIs, 12 doubles, 4 triples. Those 4 triples, most on the Bucks team. One pitch on the outside part of the plate. And that hits him. Dutton down to first. Fulton dinks him. I'm trying to abstain from, using some of the Phones liners. Can I say that Phones, I was going to say ring him up. That would be a strikeout. Maybe a Phones bad connection. Got Dutton, puts him over to first. Christian Pritchett coming to the plate. Mason Steele on deck. Slide lead over at first for Dutton, who's got 32 stolen bases this year. Those 32 stolen bases has him number 2 in the ACCC. And by the way, he's right behind the number 1 guy, Braden Devine. And the number 3 guy and the number 4 guy are playing in this very game. The only guy out of the top 5 in stolen bases not playing in this one is Eli Tinwell. Pritchett with a fly out to right.
Anderson on the catch for the second out.
So in this game, base stealer number 1, Devine with 38. Base stealer number 2, Dutton with 32. Third best at stealing bases with 29, Williamson. And then fourth best, Evans with 27. Good luck, Winfield. Daddy Bishop loves you. Hashtag Buck Nation. Let's go Bison. Let's do this. Shout out to Bryce Allwine. Let's go. Thank you very much, Bison and Buck fans, for shouting out. Mason Steele with a single in the second. One of 2 Shelton State base hits in the game. More shout outs to the Lions and Some personnel off the Lions. Comalina. That is right over the outstretched mid at first of Walton. Into right field. Dutton was running with the pitch. Goes to third, steals on at first.
And brings up second baseman number 12, Paxton Ponder.
It brings Paxton Ponder to the plate. Ponder struck out looking in the second. The inning in which the Bucs put their run on the board, it came about with 2 gone. As a matter of fact, they did not start any of the scoring process until 2 were gone. And here we are again with the possibility of a 2-out run. Ponder punts it towards third. Good looking punt, scooped up by McCline. Won't be to first in time, and the Bucs on the squeeze bring in the run. Steal to third, Ponder at first. And the Bucs take a 2-1 lead. So McClellan playing back, and Ponder just laid down the absolute perfect punt. And the Buccaneers with a 2-1 lead. Coach Sproul calling Winfield over for a conversation. Winfield ground into a 1-3 in the third. Sends this one foul and out of play. Oh, 2 pitch to Winfield, just a little bit outside from Phones. Top of the order, Jordan Evans on deck. That one is floated foul. Brief look given by Walton, but not reachable. And another 1-2 pitch coming. Taylor, Bader, and Williamson when you get to the top of the 5th for Southern Union. That is the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. The inside with a pitch, hops away from Miller.
Winfield is hit by the pitch.
And fortunate for Southern Union that it got Winfield after hopping away from Miller, in that the runners cannot advance on the dead ball. Winfield will hobble down to first. And he is in some pain. But he will make the trip down to first, and the bases loaded for the Buccaneers.
Bases are loaded for number 2, Jordan Evans.
And now coach coming out to have a conversation with Caleb Phones. Phones got Wilson to ground into the 6-3 to begin the inning, then hit Dutton. Pritchett flies out. You got 2 outs Nobody in. But then a wild pitch will, or actually a single by Ponder will bring in Dutton. Ponder now at second, Steele at third, and the hit batsman Winfield at first. Bases loaded for the top of the order. Jordan Evans 1 for 2 in the game. Evans ground out the second in the first, singled and stole a base in the third. Pops this one up. It's on the infield, and at third, McGlon makes the catch. 1 run plates, 3 runners stranded. We head to the fifth in a 2-1 game.
Leading up the top of the fifth inning for the Bison, number 7, second baseman, Tanner Taylor.
Top of the fifth, bottom of the order, Tanner Taylor starting in. First pitch, grounds to first, and Helms will go to the bag unassisted.
Now we're back to the top of the lineup with left fielder, number 10, Landon.
One out with Landon Bader to the plate. Ace Williamson to the on-deck circle. Well, I see the softball underway now in Alabaster. D2, St. John's River and Central Alabama. I think Dallas Renzi on the call on that one. Kamari Darrington on the Sneed State Southern Union game. Foul out of play. Bader hit by a pitch and hit a pitch. Dinked in the first and then had a single in the third. Oh, 2 pitch to Bader. Ace Williamson on deck. Outside with the offering to Bader. win, and you've got either Delgado or Coastal Alabama South. Lose, and it's already decided. Wallace Hansful is your opponent. Bader grounds out to Wilson. It's short. And there's 2 gone for Ace Williamson. Hey, thanks for the shout-outs, by the way. Great to have you watching wherever you are watching today's game. We'll try to do it again in every game today. Give you a chance for those 4th inning shout-outs. Two and 0 the count on Ace Williamson. Williamson 2 for 2 in the game. Single, a double, and an RBI. Drove in the only Bison run thus far. Tanner Taylor in the 3rd. Two-one pitch. That will get out of play. Count even at 2, couple of balls, couple of strikes, couple of outs, nobody on. Top of the 5th. That is swatted towards left field. Backing up to make the catch. Mason Steele. 3 up, 3 down on the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the inning on JockJive. We head to the bottom of the 5th, top of the order, or at least near the top, 2, 3, and 4. Wesley Helms, Kyle Morrison, and Nick Wilson due up in the inning 2. What a gorgeous day in Oxford. Weather has been very kind to us the last couple of days after being kind of cruel on Thursday. Helms 0 for 2 in the game, and he'll line that one to Tanner Taylor at second. One pitch, one away. Kyle Morrison to the plate. Morrison 0 for 2. He is ground out and popped out. Nick Wilson to the on-deck circle. Well, after we wrap up junior college baseball and softball this week, plenty of baseball to come over the summer. GRPA, Showcase Series, Cal Ripken, Babe Ruth. And it's hit to center field, but backing up to make the catch, Ace Williamson. ALA BCA Showcases. So a ton of sports. So if you have subscribed to the channel going, well, it'll be pretty much inactive until football starts in the fall. Nope. Rest of the month, June, July, and August. We'll have plenty of sports. Back onto the grass in left field goes Braden Devine. It's short. Catch the Nick Wilson fly out. And the Bucs go 1-2-3 in the fifth.
Then he got the top of the sixth inning. Right fielder number 15, Jaden Anderson.
Top of the sixth, Jaden Anderson starts in. Andrew Walton and Pat McGlon due up in the inning. You talk about some pretty even stats. You saw the hits. You saw the lack of errors and the runs. And runners stranded. 5 for the Bucs and 4 for the Bison. As that one is hit well by Jaden Anderson, it's to the fence. It's out of the park. 21 home runs on the year. Jaden Anderson just launched one over into the kiddie park. And you got one of the youngins going, hey, mama, look what I found. Came from right here. Jaden Anderson. Ties it up at 2. Nearly hit by the pitch is Andrew Walton. Anderson's 21st home run, his 61st RBI. And Pittman gives up his 4th home run. He might have given up his 5th home run. Off the fence. Wow, that was close. Walton with a double, standing at second. Pat McGlon coming to the plate. And the Bison trying to take their first lead of the game. Pat McGlon with a couple of strikeouts. Back-to-back extra base hits. McGlon 0 for 2. Braden Devine to the on-deck circle. And now Bobby Sproul's coming to the hill. Has he seen enough? There is obviously activity up and throwing in the Buccaneer bullpen, and it is kind of hurriedly taking place. But it doesn't look like a pitcher was gathered over near the wall planning on coming in at the moment. And Pittman going to stay in. He's gotten banged up a little bit here in the sixth. The home run to Anderson, the double to Walton. Facing McLaughlin, who punts foul. Trying to move the runner Walton over to third and give Devine an opportunity to drive him in. 0-1 pitch. Well, let's see if Bobby Sproul still got the bunt sign on with 2 strikes. McLeod struck out in the first and in the fourth. He was the last out in the first and the first out in the fourth. Oh, 2 pitch. A little bit low. Pittman has struck out 5 in the game. And McLeod has been 2 of the 5. And is popped up to the right side. Continuing to back up to make the catch as Evans tagging is Walton, and the throw a little bit off the mark, guaranteeing Walton will take third. So McLeod's done his job. Walton 90 feet away. Braden Devine grounded to a 6-3 and struck out, 0 for 2 in the game. Max Puckett to the on-deck circle. Well, again, here's the key at-bat. Bison trying to take the lead, Bucks trying to keep it tied. Devine with a ground out to short and a strikeout, innings 2 and 4. That'll get away from Winfield, and the run from third. Walton comes in to score. And the first Bison lead of the game happens here in the top part of the 6th. Braden Devine. Did he go? He didn't. The pitch is outside of the zone, and the count 2-1. Devine hit .331 on the year, 6 doubles, a triple, a home run, 25 RBIs. 19 walks, 30 strikeouts. .55 hits. A little bit outside with the pitch. And there's 55 hits. 4th best on the team. Part of a team total 505 hits on the year for Southern Union. It is ground to Wilson at short, backhands, goes to first. Devine out number 2.
Everybody's designated hitter, number 25, Max Puckett.
Max Puckett next. Ground out to second and walked. Only had 51 plate appearances in the regular season. Did produce a couple of home runs and 10 RBIs. Cannon Miller to the on-deck circle. And a couple of strikes on Puckett. Buccaneers will try to respond to the Bison runs with the mid part of their order coming to the plate when you get to the bottom of the sixth. Into the dirt with the 0-2, 1-2. Southern Union now with 6 hits in the game. 1-2 pitch to Puckett. That will get out of play. Major League Baseball today, nothing started yet. First game, first pitch at 2:07, struck out looking is Puckett. 6th K of the game for Caleb Pittman, but the Bison scored 2 and lead it by 1 going to the bottom of the 6th. Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for Shelton, number 1, center fielder, Pierce Dutton.
It will be interesting to see how the Buccaneers respond. They are down for the first time in the ball game as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Pierce Dutton starting it all. Dutton with a fly out behind the plate, hit by a pitch and scoring a run. Takes pitch number 2 in the bottom of the 6th, sends it to left field. Landon Bader will make the catch.
Bader on the catch for the first out. Everybody's number 7, designated hitter, Christian.
And there is one away. Christian Pritchett with a walk and a fly out to right. Mason Steele to the on-deck circle. Another one fouled away. Miller, Taylor, and Bader when you get to the 7th inning for Southern Union. Pritchett hitting .336. 3 home runs, 38 RBIs, 9 doubles, couple of triples. A little bit outside with a pitch. Again, that one a little low. Count goes even, 2 each. Two-two offering. That is swatted over into left field. It will drop in as a base hit. Big turn at first and tagged out. Trying to turn one into two is Christian Pritchett. I was a little surprised to see him take off for second as Bader got to it quickly and left. But Pritchett, before he got to the bag at first, apparently had made the decision to go on and got tagged out at second. 2 gone with Mason Steele stepping in. One and one the count on Steele, who is 2 for 2 in the game. Couple of singles, one in the 2nd and 4th. High and away with the Caleb Phones pitch. We will see if Pittman is still pitching when we get to the 7th inning. Reached out, committed on the swing. It's 2-2. Couple of balls, couple of strikes, couple of outs, nobody aboard. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Into the dirt pitch. Count runs to 3-2. There has been 2 innings, the 1st and the 5th, in which it was a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Bucs. Those were your standard 3-up, 3-downs. If this is a 3-up, 3-down, it won't quite be your standard, with Pritchett getting the base hit but tagged out at second. Outside with a pitch. Walk down to first for Steele.
Steele draws the walk. Now you've got a second baseman, number 12, Paxton Ponder.
Tying run on for Paxton Ponder, who is 1 for 2 in the game and has driven in one of the 2 Buccaneer runs, and a single in the 4th that drove in Dutton. I think that one hit him. It did. Steele to second, Ponder at first. And a couple of base runners are on.
Just sat down and was standing in the camera. No, he is still up, isn't he?
conversation with phones from catcher Cannon Miller. Steele at second, Ponder the base runner at first, Whit Winfield rounding into the 1-3, hit by the pitch, and now you got another visit of phones. This one of Coach that is going to bring in a reliever. Phones, numbers, and the new guy when we come back.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Beginning batter is Winfield.
The new pitcher is Braden Collette. Collette, the right-hander, 12 regular season appearances, all out of the pen, 2-1. Worked 21 2/3 innings, 24 hits given up, 14 runs, 13 earned, 12 walks, 34 strikeouts. Did not allow a home run. And a 4.50 ERA. Oh, 2 pitch. Winfield, swing and a miss. 3 tosses.
Winfield goes down and strikes. Shelton
And Winfield will strike out, leaving 2 aboard.
And we go to the top of the 7th. Leading up the top of the seventh for Southern Union, number 12, catcher, Cannon William Miller. Cannon Miller, let's go.
Top of the seventh, Cannon Miller starts it off. Tanner Taylor and Landon Bader due up in the inning, too. And Caleb Pittman is still out of the pump for the Buccaneers. Bison have gone to their pen. Reliever Braden Collette in for the starter Caleb Phones, but Pittman will work the seventh. Two hop to third, grabbed by Morrison to first with the throw. Miller out, number one.
Now back to second baseman, number 7, Tanner Taylor.
Two gone for Tanner Taylor. Taylor 1 for 2 in the game. Singled in the third, ground out to first in the fifth. Scored a run as well. That activity still up and throwing in the Buccaneer bullpen, but starter Pittman on the pump in the seventh. Drop strike 3 down to first, thrown away. And Taylor is on.
Now we're back to the top of the lineup. Number 10, left fielder, Landon Bader.
Got a base runner aboard, top of the order, Landon Bader coming to the plate. Bader's been hit by a pitch, singled and ground out to short. 1 for 2 in the game. Ace Williamson moving to the on-deck circle. Strike delivered on the outside part of the plate. Top of the order to the plate and the bottom of the seventh for Shelton State. We mentioned the 4 regular season meetings between these two. 28-8 for the Bucs in conference play on the year. Possibility of 2, nope, thrown away. So Bader will wrap into the 6-4. But then Ponder throws it into the dugout.
On the overthrow. Now you got a center fielder, number 11, Ace Williams.
And that will get Bader to second. And the Bucs hadn't made a error in the game. And they got Winfield that throws it into right field to guarantee that Taylor reaches on a drop strike 3. And now Bader gets aboard, compliments him an E4. But if you're Pittman and you can get Ace Williamson, then you've gotten out of the mess. And it's hit to first, fielded by Helms, goes to the bag, and no damage done by the two miscues. 6.5 done. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And the Bison still up by 1.
The Alabama Baseball Coaches Association All-Star event has been a staple in amateur baseball in Alabama since 2000. Each June, 120 high school underclassmen join at Troy University to participate in this highly coveted event. Besides being evaluated on the field in a pro-style workout and in live games by 30 to 40 college coaches, the players and their parents attend informational sessions on the recruiting process and academic requirements. We look forward to seeing you this summer at our annual All-Star.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th, right fielder, number 2, Jordan Evans.
Bottom of the 7th, top of the order. Jordan Evans starts it. He is 1 for 3 in the game. Ground out to second. Popped out to third, and in between had a single and stole a base. Still a 1-run Bison lead. Braden Collette, the new pitcher. Caleb Fones, the starter, worked 5 2/3. Faced 26, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 hit batsmen. And hands it over to Collette. And Collette pretty impressive with the one he faced in the 6th. 3 pitches to Whit Winfield and struck him out. But the first 3 pitches in the bottom of the 7th have been outside of the strike zone. There's one in, 3-1. Buccaneers 28-8 in conference play during the regular season, 40-17 overall. Southern Union 24-12. Overall mark of 36-18. Tanner Taylor trips en route. That's 2 Tanner Taylor trips. He tripped on the base path earlier, and now trips heading out to try to retrieve a fly ball from Evans. Base runner on for Wesley Helms. Helms 0 for 3 in the game. That is over in the bullpen. And that will guarantee Evans takes second. And the miscues swap over to the other side of the diamond. And coach coming out to settle down is apparently fiery pitcher after he got the strikeout of Winfield in the 6th. Suggests you got a fiery guy on the bump, and now the throwaway is given Evans second, puts him into scoring position. Nobody gone, and we'll see what Wesley Helms does at the plate. Would a bunt be in order to move the runner over?
Again, your batter's Helms.
Looks like Helms had a couple of sacrifice hits during the course of the season. Didn't show bunt. Into the strike zone with the opening pitch. Kyle Morrison on deck. High and away. Helms 16 extra base hits this year. That got the inside part of the plate. One ball, couple of strikes. Low pitch, keeping it in front of him is Miller, which forces Evans to hold at second. Count even at 2, couple of balls, couple of strikes. Helms lined out the second in the first, ground out to short in the third, lined out the second again in the 5th. And there's strike 3.
Helms goes down on strikes.
Collette has faced 3 and struck out 2.
Third baseman, number 17, Kyle Morrison.
1 out for Kyle Morrison. Morrison this season a total of 124 total bases. On the inside part of the plate. More extra base hits by far than any other Buccaneer, 31. The next nearest has 20. Morrison 0 for 3 in the game. Couple of flyouts and a ground out. Innocent foul. Big jump on the steal effort by Evans. One ball, 2 strikes. Foul away again. Stays 1 and 2. Collette, an Augusta, Georgia product. Pitching to Kyle Morrison, 1-2 offering. That is hit towards left field. Back to retrieve in front of the warning track is Landon Bader, diving into third on the tag, Evans.
Shortstop, number 6, Nick Wilson.
Two gone for Nick Wilson. Nick Wilson has struck out, ground out to short, and popped out to short. On the outside part of the plate, Wilson 18 strikeouts this year. 0-1 pitch. And now it's 0-2. 6-6. Number 6, Nick Wilson. Number 6, Braden Collette. Battling it out here in the bottom of the 7th. On the outside part of the plate. Strike 3.
Shelton scores no runs or no hits.
And a unhappy Nick Wilson.
Southern Union. Leading off, top of the 8th inning for the Bison. Number 15, right fielder Jaden Anderson.
First pitch in the 8th, Jaden Anderson. And I could not see. It's in an area in which, and apparently the umpire is saying that it got part of the wall, the fence, the screen. It's in an area that our cameras don't see what transpired. But apparently the official says it got the screen or the padding before it actually wound up in the mitt of Whit Winfield. And it'll simply turn into a dramatic strike 1. Anderson has flown out, walked, homered, and wow, that was just a rocket. Morrison sent way over the head of Wesley Helms, and Anderson will reach on an E5.
90 batters, number 8, first baseman Andrew Walton.
So a base runner in scoring position for Andrew Walton. And Bobby Sproul going out to the bump. He's already taken a glance at the bullpen, which may be an indication we're about to see Pittman go and a new guy come in. In a one-run ball game, top of the 8th. Pittman has had a number of visits, but this one is going to apparently be the last of his Saturday afternoon visits. And the call has already been made. New guy coming in. The new pitcher when we come back to Chakalaka.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The new pitcher, Jeremy O'Quinn, the right-handed freshman, appeared in 7 games and worked 7 1/3 innings. 7 hits given up, 6 runs, 5 earned, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, no home runs, a 6.14 ERA. Steps in for Caleb Pittman, who leaves Anderson on, who reached on the E5. Pittman worked 7 innings, faced 30, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 6 hits, hit 1, and thus far has allowed 3, could allow 4 if Anderson scores. Walton 1 for 3. He is struck out, hit into a double play, and doubled. Count even at 2. Couple of balls, couple of strikes. Pat McClellan is on deck. Buccaneers in the 8th send 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. 3-2 the count. Three-two offering. A little bit inside of the walk given to Walton.
Walton draws the walk. Now you got his third baseman, number 27, Pat McClellan.
Couple of base runners on for Pat McClellan. McClellan, who was struck out twice and popped out to right, coming to the plate. Struck out in the first, struck out in the 4th. and then popped out to right field in the 6th. Low and away with the offering. Count goes even at 1. Nobody gone, top of the 8th. 1-run game. It has never been larger than a run. Nobody's had a lead bigger than 1. Buccaneers scored first. That happened in the bottom of the 2nd. Bison tie it up in the top of the 3rd. Bucks reclaim the lead in the 4th. Bison tie it and take the lead in the 6th. And here we are in the 8th with 2 on. Nobody gone for Pat McGlone. That is fouled off by McGlone. Two ball, 2 strike offering. That's a little bit low. Count runs to 3-2. Payoff pitch. Line to 3rd. And it is thrown into left field. And that will give Anderson the opportunity to advance to 3rd.
Morrison on the catch for the first out.
And that is 2 Kyle Morrison throws that have aided Jaden Anderson.
Now your batter shortstop, number 3, Braden Devine.
Braden Devine to the plate. Devine with a couple of ground outs and a strikeout, 0 for 3 in the game. On the outside part of the plate. Devine the first out in the 2nd inning, the 2nd out in the 4th and 6th. Couple of strikes on Devine with runners on the corners and 1 away. Ground to Wilson, wants 2. There's 1 and there is 2. Denying Anderson the run. 6-4-3 double play. Bison with a chance, but it's still a 1-run game. Headed to the bottom of the 8th. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th for Shelton, center fielder number 1, Pierce Dutton.
Be sure to follow us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And subscribe. Our YouTube channel. Put JockJive Sports in the search engine if you're not watching on YouTube. If you are and haven't subscribed, should be a subscribe button nearby. And thanks to all who have. You've exceeded one goal and created a new one. Pierce Dutton starting off the bottom of the 8th. Christian Pritchett, Mason Steele, 2 up in the inning, 2. A little bit inside with the offering. Dutton is 0 for 2. Has popped out behind the plate, flown out to left field, got hit by a pitch, and was driven in by Paxton Ponder in the 4th. He's got a base hit to begin the 8th. Tying run off. Christian Pritchett coming to the plate. Pritchett 1 for 2. A walk, a fly out, a single, a run scored by Christian Pritchett, the DH. And let's see what he is asked to do to try to get Dutton over to second into scoring position. 32 Dutton stolen bases this year. Second best in the conference. And obviously Collette will have his eye on the runner who takes off. No bunt laid down. And the ball winds up in center field, and you got a stolen base for Pierce Dutton, who I'm not sure knew where the ball went. And now the complaint may be that the official got in the way of the runner. Well, let's see if we can pick up what this complaint might be about. You see Dutton slide into the bag, hops up. Well, no, the official wasn't in the way. The official may have simply said, get on the bag. Is that what the complaint is about? Well, Bobby Sproul is in a conversation right now with the official about what transpired. Well, I'm not sure what the issue might have been, but obviously Bobby Sproul knows, and he knows a heck of a lot about baseball, and if he's going out to argue a point, it's a valid one. Well, all of that just to register a stolen base for Dutton, and Pritchett back at the plate showing bunt, trying to move Dutton now to third. Outside with a pitch. Into center field with the throw, but holding will be Dutton. And reaching over, Dutton trying to retrieve was Divine. And I think the Bison coach feeling a little discombobulation whereas Bison are concerned. So have to have a conversation with crew as Tucker Willard. lot of drama here in the bottom part of the 8th, only to have a single at bat and a 2-1 count on Pritchett. Outside of the strike zone with a pitch to run it to 3-1. High and away, walk given. Pritchett's on, couple of base runners aboard.
And brings up left fielder number 3, Mason Steele.
Well, a second visit to the bump, and that constitutes a change. A new pitcher will be coming in. Collette trying to settle himself down and his teammates too, but he's going to go, and the new guy is in right after the break.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Game batters Mason Steele.
Mason Steele facing the new pitcher, Andrew Floyd. Taking a look at the Floyd numbers on the year. 14 appearances, 4-1, 6 saves, 29 and a third innings of work, 13 hits given up, 6 runs, 3 earned, 12 walks, 38 strikeouts, a home run allowed, and that ERA sparkling at .92. This guy just does not allow many runs. And they've called upon him to shut down the Bucs. Hit by the pitch is Steele, and the bases are loaded for the Bucs.
For second baseman number 12,
Paxton Ponder coming to the plate.
We got a pinch hitter, and 14, Smith Gannon.
All loaded up for the Bucs. Ponder, who has struck out, singled, and been hit by a pitch, coming to the plate. Buccaneers not only trying to erase the one-run deficit, but to take the lead and then pad the lead. High and away with a pitch from Floyd. Another pitch missing, 2-0. Whit Winfield is on deck. That is floated into the dugout on the Buccaneers side. Ponder struck out in the second, singled in the fourth, got hit by a pitch in the sixth. Bottom of the eighth, bases loaded. That is outside, and it's a 3-ball count. Upstairs with the offering. Tying run walked in. Still loaded, now a 3-3 game. Swing and a miss. Winfield will strike out for out number one. One out, and we're back to the top of the order. Go ahead run at third. Big strikeout for Floyd. A little bit outside with a pitch to Jordan Evans. Evans 2 for 4. Ground into a 4-3 in the first, singled in the third. Popped out to third in the fourth and singled in the seventh. As that one is lifted out of play and the count goes even at 1. A ball, a strike, hit and out. Evans, the first out in the first inning, singled in the third out in the fourth, singled in the seventh. Bucks have taken a little pressure off, tying the game. They would like to take a little more off by taking the lead. Bison don't want any more Buccaneers to come home. Just a nudge outside. And the count even at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, too far inside, 3-2. Wow. Talk about pressure on Floyd now. He knows he's already walked in the tying run. You do not want to walk in the go-ahead run. That's low. Walk issued. Another run's in. Well, obviously, there are some Bison not particularly pleased with the call.
Into run number 8, Cody Vale.
Another run walked in. Bases are still full. It's a 4-3 Buccaneer lead. Wesley Helms 0 for 4 in the game. On the inside part of the plate. Just a little bit outside, 1 ball, couple of strikes. Helms is lined out to second twice, ground out to short and struck out. Got the bases loaded, 2 runs in. There's a swing and a miss. And for Floyd, it's been kind of a feast or famine. A walk, a strikeout, a strikeout. Two gone for Kyle Morrison. We can close the books on Collette. 1 1/3 innings, 70 faced, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits, and a total of 2 runs. Oh, 2 on Morrison, who is 0 for 4 in the game. Oh, 2 pitch, right up the middle. Steals in, ponders in, 2 RBIs on the Morrison single.
Morrison on the single. Shelton brings up number 6.
And the Buccaneers build a little cushion. Four runs in the inning, erasing a 1-run deficit, turning it currently into a 3-run lead. Nick Wilson, the 9th to come to the plate in the 8th. Wilson 0 for 4. Struck out, ground out, popped out, struck out. Innings 2, 4, 5, and 7. Outside of the strike zone again. They've got the inside part of the plate. The guy who started off the inning, Pierce Dutton, moving to the on-deck circle. Looks like that's going to get out of play. Trying to track it down from first is Andrew Walton, but it's out of reach. And another one. Not quite the same spot, but fouled out of play. Pierce Dutton on deck. Bottom third of the order when you get to the ninth for Southern Union. And even count at 2. Runners go, pitches high, bases full. And that's been the path that Floyd has traveled. A walk of Ponder, a strikeout of Winfield. A walk of Evans, a strikeout of Helms. A walk of Wilson. And we shall see what happens with Pierce Dutton as the bases are loaded again. And the Buccaneers have batted around in the 8th. Done with a single earlier in the inning. That is sliced in the direction of left field, but foul by about a yardstick and a half. One ball, one strike. Dutton 1 for 3 in the game. Grounds it to third, fielded by McGlon. He'll go to second and get the out on a 5-4. The Bucs will plate 4 and take a 3-run lead to the top of the ninth. The new Buccaneer pitcher, John Michael Pickens. Jeremy O'Quinn will face 3, which is technically an inning for he. And a pinch hitter to the plate for Max Puckett. And that pinch hitter has been Aaron Dale. Aaron Dale, a .289 hitter on the year with 38 plate appearances. That got the inside part, 3-1. Aaron Dale, 2 doubles, a triple. Strike 2, and it's 3-2. 4 RBIs, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Pickens, his 21st appearance of the year, went 1-2 in the regular season, was the closer with 9 saves. It is rolled to second, fielded by Ponder. Aaron Dale out on the 4-3 for out number 1. Cannon Miller coming to the plate. There's a base hit into left field. And a 1-out single gives some Bison hope to Southern Union.
Everybody's second baseman, number 7, Tanner Taylor.
Into the strike zone to Tanner Taylor, who is 1 for 3 in the game. Has singled, ground out first, and struck out. And another one, 0-2. Top of the order, moving to the on-deck circle. (0-2) pitch. Pickens offers a little bit high. And Pickens, the reliever of the year in pregame awards presentations. And here's the stuff that gets you those awards, wrapping it up for a big victory. Bison, on the other hand, though, hoping that the inning and game continues. Got to get 3 across to send it to the bottom of the 9th. Taylor with a single in the 3rd, ground out to first in the 5th. Struck out in the 7th. Low inside pitch, count even at 2. There's a swing and a miss, and out goes Taylor. 2 gone, and we're back to the top of the order. Popped up, right side catch made. Jordan Evans, and Painter will fly out, putting it into the ball game and giving the Bucs the win. What a game. Southern Union battled, but Shelton State battled back.
Sunday at 11 a.m. Southern Union will
And this one is in the books.
and 4 o'clock.
And it ends this way. 7 hits and an error for Southern Union, leaving 7 on.
1:15.
They will get a run in the 3rd and 2 runs in the 6th. Shelton State, 8 hits, 11 stranded, 4 errors that at one point appeared costly. Got a run in the 2nd and 4th and 4 in the 8th to win it by 3. So Shelton State stays unbeaten. Don't have to play again until tomorrow. Bison, though, will battle in a loser's bracket later on today. As a matter of fact, they will take on Wallace Hansville. Game 1 in the books. Thanks for watching. For all the folks with the ACCC and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.